I will never forget that day. My name is Marcus, and I was married to Hannah for 8 years. We had what most people would call a happy marriage, a nice house in a quiet neighborhood, two wonderful kids, and a life that looked perfect from the outside. But appearances can be deceiving, can't they? It all started subtly. Hannah had seemed distant lately, always busy at work, texting constantly, coming home late. I tried to brush it off, telling myself it was just stress, but deep down I felt it. That invisible thread that connected us was fraying, replaced by a coldness and indifference that was hard to ignore. One evening, as I was folding laundry, she walked into the room. Her face was unusually serious. My heart just sank. The tone of her voice was an immediate alarm bell. I braced myself. I'm meeting someone else, she said, her voice quiet but firm. The world stopped. I just stared at her, unable to process what she was saying. My brain tried to reject it, to find some other explanation, but I couldn't. She was telling me that the person I had built my life with, the person I trusted with my heart, was seeing someone else behind my back. Meeting someone else? I managed to choke out. My voice was shaking, but I fought to keep it steady. Yes, she said, looking down. I need to explore my feelings. I'm not happy, Marcus. In that single moment, a tidal wave of hurt, anger, and betrayal crashed over me. I wanted to yell, to cry, to beg her not to throw our lives away, but then something inside me shifted. Instead of reacting impulsively, I decided to take control. I wasn't going to beg for her attention or plead for her loyalty. I was not going to let her see me broken. Her eyes widened in shock. What? What do you mean? Aren't you going to— No, I interrupted her. I'm not going to stop you. But I'm going to stop being part of this. I am done begging for respect, done being treated like an option, and done being in a marriage where loyalty isn't mutual. Go ahead, meet them. But don't expect me to be waiting when you come back. She looked stunned, maybe even a little frightened. She had expected tears, desperation, maybe a huge fight. Instead, I gave her calm. I gave her silence. I gave her the dignity of walking away without drama, but make no mistake, it was deliberate. I had chosen to reclaim my power, my self-respect, and my peace of mind. The very next day, I filed for separation. I moved into a small apartment nearby with our children, making sure their lives had stability. I made it clear that while she could have her choices, Hannah tried to guilt me, tried to explain herself, tried to manipulate the situation, but I stayed firm. I didn't argue, I didn't beg, I didn't plead. I simply held my boundaries, and in doing so, I took back control over my own life. Months later, the reality of her choice finally hit her. The person she had been meeting was just a temporary escape. She realized too late that the life she had taken for granted, the stable marriage, the father of her children, was no longer hers to come back to. I had already moved on emotionally, mentally, and practically. I wasn't broken, and I certainly wasn't waiting for her. I watched from a distance as she faced the consequences. I didn't gloat or seek revenge. I simply lived my life with integrity and focus. She had expected me to crumble, to beg her back. Instead, I acted decisively and quietly, showing that betrayal only has power if you let it define you. Looking back, her confession was a turning point. It hurt deeply, but it also gave me clarity. I realized I deserved more than empty words and fleeting attention. I deserved real respect, loyalty, and a love that was mutual. Today I've rebuilt my life. I've grown stronger and wiser.